2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything, with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Calling sick in the morning, baby don't leave. They don't need to know we're out here wild and free. They say we're crazy, it's too much. And yeah, we're crazy, deep in love. Oh, this is everything, with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Oh, this is everything with.
Welcome. What is going on? We're here for free live tarot readings. I'm going to see if I have any dropped flames from doing this. I'm going to see if I have any dropped frames. Sorry if that completely killed everything, but I gotta know. I gotta know if that looked decent or not. We'll see. Anyway, we got a couple of new things going on. How is everybody? CM, welcome. Bartman, welcome. Katori Jade, Christina, how is it going? And Dallas KA, what are you doing? How are you doing? All right. Yeah, that looked all right. That looked pretty cool. So I picked up a couple of these, one of which will kill the stream. It is so bad. It'll kill the stream. So, yeah. All right, let me try it. I'm going to try it. And if it kills the stream, I'm going to apologize in advance because this could be really bad. All right. This is Heart Overlay because this one is very graphic intensive. So I'm kind of concerned about how it is going to go over and if it's going to go over. But we're going to see. We're going to see. There we go. All right. Now that could actually kill the stream. So let's go and take a look and see if that's going to be effective or not, if that's going to look decent or not. I don't know. Anyway, so, I just got to playing with new toys. It's all about new toys. So that actually looked okay. That surprisingly, that actually looked pretty good. So we're going to keep it and hope that, that works out. Anyway. All right, so a couple of new toys today. These are things, overlays. So it's a transparent overlay with an alpha channel. And, I feel like I just want to use it. I just want to abuse it today and use it during some readings. You know what I mean? That's all you really need in life is just to use that during readings. So, heart overlay. All right. So, okay, that works and that works. All right, we're good. We are good. So how is everybody doing? CM, Boo Boo, Southern Soul Tarot, Organic, Dallas, Christina, and Bartman. How are you doing? Dallas, welcome back. How is it going? Let's see. Your dictation is very nice. You should have seen my peacock yesterday. If you like my dictation, you would have loved the peacock. I'm just saying. We had the peacock yesterday. It was very exciting. It was very exciting indeed. So, does anybody have any questions? It's a tarot show with no questions. I guess we can show the heart again. So, how about we show the heart again? It's a tarot show with no questions. We can do the heart, we can do that. And that way, I guess that'll work out okay. So, busy indeed. Let's see, what else we're looking for. All right, Bartman, what's going to happen with a brother? To my older brother, birthday this month. Let's see it. Yeah, I mean, people love the peacock. The peacock is fairly popular. All right, so let's see. All right, Bartman, what's going to happen to my older brother, birthday this month? And let's see how that is going to go. Let's see how that is going to go by using the Tarot Tower. If you're new here, which I think somebody is, then this is my Tarot Tower. It fits 50 tarot decks. Look at this deluxe accommodations over here. So we get to choose and pick whatever deck that we want. And for this case, we're going to use the cats. So that's all you need. Angelic Empowerment. Is that Lillian? Yeah, it is Lillian. Career update, please. All right, Lillian, we're switching to the career update. Annie, what is going on? Christina, how are you? And Jonathan, welcome. If you have not been here before, we're doing some tarot stuff. All right, Lillian and career update. How to build a tarot tower for 20 bucks. Raina is all over that. I'm just saying. Raina is amazing as always. Cool. Let's see how the good old career update is going to go. LaShare, how are you doing? What is going on? It's Monday, just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday because that's my fun day. Get up and run day, You know how that goes? You know how that goes. Okay, career update. We got the Three of Wands. Says that, looking out amongst Mary M, what's going on? Looking out, and Jay, what is going on? Looking out amongst the territory and amongst all of the possibilities and all the different things that are sort of coming up, that have been roaming around, that are active and that are sort of going on with your life. I think that you're sort of looking to expand a little bit or trying to get something maybe a 2.0 or a little bit better or something that's sort of interesting. So we're sort of looking at getting things moving, getting things expanding and having a lot of sort of some of that action involved with that as well. So the Three of Wands says we're looking for expansion. What else can we do? Where else can we be? What are the possibilities that we have coming, right? So we're looking into the future and future possibilities. The Emperor says that you do have those possibilities indeed. You do have the power to get that done. You have the abilities and you have the skill level that you need in order to get any extra things done or to do a little bit of expansion, trying to figure out where you're going to go next, right? Dallas, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. I appreciate you. So the Seven of Swords says to make sure, though, even if you do expand, if you do get out there and have some new type of feeling things going on, you definitely want to come back to what you know. So make sure to come back to the stableness, to the rock solid, stability that you've always had with your main environment, with your main skill. That's going to sort of be where you're at and what you need to be doing. Wolf, welcome. What's going on? But the Seven of Swords also says always come back to what you know. Come back to your roots and make that the primary factor, the primary skill that you're sort of getting into and that you're going into and you're moving forward into. And that's going to be important as well. The Ace of Pentacles says sometimes you may not want to start some different things though. So make sure that when you do start something, when you do want to get that expansion going, make sure that it's going to be practical, it's going to be a reasonable thing, and it's going to be something that you can control. A lot of times we'll start a new venture, we'll start something fun, exciting, and then it just doesn't work out as well as we had hoped. So again, maybe that's a factor with the 7. Maybe we want to do some of that coming back or pulling back a little bit. but that could be one of the factors there as well. The stars is ultimately you're guided. Ultimately, you are, the world, the universe lets you know what you need to, where you need to be, what you need to be doing. And if you're going to get super excited about something, if your intuition is really keying off some factors, that's going to be a great thing for you, because you know, I need to be in that direction. This is sort of where I need to go. So there you go. A little bit of that career. HX Shimsy, it has been a minute. How are you doing? And Ocean and Jay already said hello. Dallas, Philippe, welcome. What is going on? We got all sorts of new stuff here today. So we got the camera, but I need a cable, and I don't have the cable, and now I have to go drive everywhere to go get it. So there we go. All right, Dallas wants to know, outside market vending, how is that going to go? Is that going to work out well, or is that going to go into the trash? We'll see. Dallas, outside market vending, maybe in Dallas, maybe. It could be in Dallas. We'll check it out by using the Encore Tarot. How do we feel about the Encore Tarot? By the way, we love the Encore Tarot. The Encore Tarot is where it's at. We love it. This is something that we need in our life, the Encore Tarot. Anything with, anything with, no. Amazon Prime is in the toilet thanks to COVID. Everything takes 2 weeks, and so it's not get it in no time, it's get it in a long time. So, Amazon Prime is just straight up in the toilet at this point. Angel, are you in chat? Thank you for your donation. Let me know what question that you have. All right. So, love reading, please. Who is Angel? So I got a donation from Angel R. Let me know. And what your question is, we'll get you put in the queue here and get you going there. All right, so let's see about that. The sun upside down. Quabina, welcome. How are you doing? The Heart Effects. Yeah, the Heart Effects is kind of Amazon. Yeah, Amazon, that is Amazon used to be hot. Amazon used to be hot. But now it's really iffy at this point. I'm just saying it's really iffy at this point. It's just something you don't really want to deal with, I guess, from now. So anyway, all right. Let's put this down there, and let's put the heart overlay down there as well. Okay, so now when we have fire, it should be limited. There we go, to just the tops. Okay, that's perfect. All right. So outside market vending, we're going to check it out. We're going to hope for the best. Let's see what's going to happen. The sun reversed says it's kind of a rough start. It is a bit rough start as far as that goes. I don't think that it's going to be a smooth orientation. Or Katori, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Katori has a love reading, and we got Tiara from yesterday. We need to get Tiara in before Tiara's going to get angry with me if I don't get Tiara in. We need to get, whoa, what did I do there? Okay, so there we go. It's going to be a bit of a rough start. The moon, the Page of Wands says it's going to sort of normalize out. It's going to be a little bit better once you sort of get into that, right? All right. Let's look at this a little deeper. The sun, again, talks about the start may be a bit slower than usual. I think you're going to have a couple of things go wrong, no matter how much you had prepared, no matter how much you were excited about it, etc., etc. You just have a couple of problems initially with that, and that's going to sort of knock you off base a little bit. By the way, there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. We have 3 donations right now. So the Ace of Wands, though, says it's definitely something that you might start and get going with that'll work out pretty good at the end. And I say pretty good because, again, there's no huge explosion of money that I'm seeing. There's no dynamic, beautiful things where the sun parts and the clouds part and the sun shines. You just don't see that within this reading. Ace of Wands says, get started, get going, and that's going to get you into a routine. The routine pointed out by the cycles of the moon. It's going to be sort of a day-to-day thing. It's going to work out, but again, slow going, a bit of complications once we get started. But at the end of the day, the moon says you're going to get on a regular schedule and be able to get that as a regular thing with not many problems after you get over the initial humps. So the Page of Wands says definitely come into it with enough research and enough preparation so that you're not caught off guard. Talk to other people that are doing outside vending. Ask them what they bring, how they prepare. Do they bring food? What type of tables do they bring, etc.? And that's going to be an important part here, because the Page of Wands says don't come in unprepared. Make sure to get your research in first, and then that is going to help you quite a bit in the end. But yeah, it looks stable once you get started, and then we can get into that full steam. All right, so let's do with Tiara. One is to know what's coming in love for the next few weeks and months. Let's check that out. All right, what's coming in love? We instead of the love screen, we have the hearts. We have the hearts. So that's all you need in life is the hearts. And if you have those, then everything else works out okay. It works out okay. So let's check out the love. We need more love. This is what we need in life, is just more love, more hearts. Darcy, we need Darcy too. Darcy, how are you doing? Good evening to you. What is going on? Swap, what is up? What is up? All right. I mean, does that trump the love screen? Does that trump the Bartman? Well, try to get back to it, but we got some donations that came in the first there. All right. What's coming for me, love, next few weeks, months? The Seven of Wands says that we've had problems with love before. We've had some issues trying to get sort of into a routine of love. In other words, we've had successes, but they just didn't last. We've had some issues getting people to be serious. We've had other issues where people just basically weren't the person they said they were, and we end up having to either dump them or get rid of them or ghost them or something because they just lied throughout the entire thing. And the Knight says, though, that you're going to get into a pattern where you're going to have an opportunity soon. So we have the Fire of Fire card here, talking about a lot of action, a lot of adventure. So I think that you're sort of going to get a fire sign come into your life, and they're going to be a bit more compatible with you than some of the other people that you have been sort of encountering. It is sort of a rough beginning per se, because I think once you get out of the honeymoon period, they do have a couple of issues that come up. I think we have a family incompatibility. We have a bunch of different things that happen that sort of knock you off course a little bit. But, overall, the defeat card says that it may be challenging at the end. Again, the problems come up. We don't know how to deal with those because they're new problems. We never really encountered these things before. So you're going to have issues trying to sort of fully get into this in a long period of time. So it seems like that cycle of finding people that may be incompatible. But in this particular case, the person's family and your family, it's almost like this conflict that ends up happening, that sort of knocks it off base. You can accommodate that. You can sort of adjust to that and work with them and try to figure out how to do that in the long run. But there's so many other problems that are stacked on top of it that it just sort of doesn't really take off where you want it to go. So yeah, you do have something coming for the next few months. Again, it's going to be a pretty good love. Interesting. You fall in love, you get excited, everything goes well, but then the whole family back and forth sort of hits, and that sort of gets in the way. All right. Okay, we could use that on the love screen. I mean, we could use that on the love screen. All right. So let's see. Jade had a question, and then we had Dallas. So we just did Dallas, and let's do Maureen. Maureen says, thank you. Well, thank you, Maureen. Did you have a question? Let me know. If not, I appreciate you. Either way, Maureen, I appreciate you very much. I tried to donate, says Super Chat. No, Maureen, you got through. Maureen, let me know what your question is. Let me scroll up, see if Maureen asked a question up here somewhere. And yeah, you got through. Well, thank you, Maureen. I appreciate you. I don't see that you had a question. Cool. Okay, so we can go into the next question, which is Katori. Katori wants to know about love. About love. What good love things do we have for Katori? We can get some hearts on here again. I mean, you know, we got to do that. We got to do that. And we go to the, I don't know, can we multitask that with the tower? I mean, we can, I guess. The hearts are just kind of there. All right, we'll go to the tower and pick up, what would be a good one? Pick up the Mons Tarot. The Mons Tarot is going to be pretty cool here, I gotta say. Mustafa, what's going to happen between me and Mariam in the immediate future? Not the far future, the immediate future. There we go. Sure, Mustafa, throw out that question. Adriana, throw out your question as well. Christina's got a question in there too. So there we go. We got you some love, Katori. You know, Katori, we love you. Katori, that's all you really need. We love you. Even no matter what happens with Anthony, we're always here. So, you know, day or night, we're always here. And I'm just saying that the channel's pretty hot. I mean, the channel's pretty hot. I mean, if you want to come here and you want some heated, fun stuff, this is the place to be. Okay. Love reading for myself and Anthony. Well, you're in for a rocky time. You're in for that fiery time. A bit of that. I mean, it could be a fiery time, a rocky time. It could be one of those. It could be one of those. Mona, welcome. What is going on? Heidi, welcome as well. Lisa, hello. So the tower says it's going to be a bit rocky at some point. All right, Marie has a question. Maureen, we got you covered. So the tower says it's going to be a bit rocky to start, or it's going to be a bit rocky at times. Could be rocky right now. I don't know. Could be fiery right now. I don't know that either. But the tower says there's definitely some rebuilding to do. There's definitely some changes involved. So as far as yourself and Anthony, look for, you know, some changes. Maybe those changes could be challenging. Maybe you're in a situation where you're like, you know, I can sort of see on the horizon some different things coming or some different things occurring, but the tower says that changes are ahead. The Knight of Wands, though, into the Page of Wands and the King of Swords. Interesting that we have this combination of court cards. So the Knight of Wands points to just sort of moving ahead. So again, it's almost like that we've had some challenges, we've had some disruptions, some things sort of come in and maybe get a little bit of disruption in there. But the Knight of Wands says we're able to plow through it. And, you know, those challenges are there. We're going to be able to plow through it if we really want to. You sent him to rehab and he's pissed. Well, that's not good. Well, I guess it's good for him. But that's not good that he's pissed. The Knight of Wands says he's going to be able to plow through that. It's not going to be a terminal thing. They're going to be able to get through that, not a problem at all. Blue Dome, what is going on? Thank you for your question. We'll get to it in just a second. The Page of Wands, though, says that it's going to be difficult for them to come back. So obviously, they're pissed. Is that going to be a terminal situation of the relationship? Not really. Knight of Wands says they're going to be able to plow through this. The Page of Wands, though, says when they come back, it's going to be like a new relationship, or they're definitely going to look at you vastly different if they come back at all, type thing. The King of Swords as well says it does taint their opinion about you and about everything else a little bit. So they're going to look at you differently from now on. It's going to be, you know, sort of challenging to get back to where you were. So yeah, the pissed feeling sort of hangs around for a bit. So it's not something they're going to recover from. I think that they'll be able to get through the rehab. But when they come back, it is definitely going to be a bit of a different relationship, a different way of thinking about things. So yeah, when they come back, that's going to be kind of challenging to get back to where you want to be. That Page of Wands, and that King of Swords is sort of a dictator or sort of an authoritarian. Yeah, definitely going to come back with a vastly different attitude of what you had seen before. All right. Maureen wants to know, will my new career be successful? Will my new career be successful? I hope that your new career is on fire. I'm just saying, let's hope that your new career is on fire, because we are going to use everybody's favorite, nobody's favorite, actually. Where is it? Nobody's favorite, the Hermetic Tarot. The Hermetic Tarot. Heidi, I got the camera, but I'm missing a cable to hook it up because I got the wrong cable. So I got to go Wednesday and pick up a new cable from Best Buy. And Wednesday night, we should be on the new camera. But for today, it's the old camera, but I got a fire effect and all that other stuff. So, you know, it's always something. It seems to always be something is missing in the loop. Blue Dome, thank you for your second donation. I appreciate that. My job is paying me by the books. Oh, you're thinking they're going to pay you under the table? It could be. It could be. All right. It was mini. So it's micro HDMI, which I didn't know existed. And the current camera uses mini HDMI. So I thought I was going to use, never mind. So yeah, the last judgment. Will the new career going to be successful? The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. I mean, I think that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be a different start. It's going to be definitely something unique and different than what you're sort of used to. The last judgment, though, says it's going to be kind of a slow start. So when you get in there, it's almost like either they don't have a ton for you or they don't have a lot going on. In other words, it's not really on fire. It's not hopping, you know, things like that. It's sort of like the last judgment is starting something new, a brand new beginning, an excited beginning. We're restarting everything. And it's like you're not. It's like it starts out slow. It starts out sort of plodding, slow moving, and all that thing. Now, the Queen of Wands, though, says that it's very one task oriented, where you're focused on one particular thing or one particular area. They don't have a lot of variety for you. It could be something where you kind of get bored at some point. You're like, you know, I'm kind of in the mode where I'm just sort of bored out of my mind at some point. So that is how it kind of goes. Now, the Queen of Swords says you get an interesting manager who is a bit of a pain. I think you end up with a manager or coworker that's a bit of a pain. So be prepared to sort of, you know, how do I accommodate this? How do I negotiate this out? How do I treat this person where they're not going to be mean to me, kind of thing. So you do have a little bit of drama pieces in there, so be aware that that's sort of happening. Ace of Wands, though, says you're able to accommodate it, you're able to move on, and it goes. It keeps going, a day-to-day activity. Ace of Wands is pretty reliable for that. So I think it's going to be all right at the end. It's just you have a couple of disadvantages when you get in the door. But, you know, at the end of the day, you're able to get through those and move past. So there we go. All right. Blue Dome is C connected to me. No, is C attracted to me? In what sense? Okay. Let's see. I mean, do we have love? Do we have some love? I mean, this could replace the love screen. I mean, I'm just saying now. We could have a situation where we no longer need the love screen, but for this, we are going to use the Waterfall Tarot. That's going to be it. I mean, that could be the new love screen. Come on, give it up. Give it up. That could be the new love screen. Do you really need the love screen if you have that? Have we run into an area that's just repetitive? I want to know. I think that's an interesting question there. Whoa, what did I click? Okay, that was the wrong thing. All right. See, Jay loves that. Get it? Jay, you made a pun there. You love that love screen. All right. Let's see. You know, are they attracted? Bring on the hearts. That is absolutely correct. Bring on those hearts. How are they attracted to me? How is that going to work? What is going to happen with all of that? Are they attracted to us or not? Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. How interesting is that? And the Empress. Yeah, I think they have things going on with someone else actually right now. They either have their eyes on somebody else or they have other things happening with other people possibly. The Nine of Pentacles says they're in a comfortable space right now. It's not like that they desperately need. It's not like they desperately need somebody at the moment. It's not like they're just begging for your or their attention. I mean, again, it seems like they have some other things going on with the Nine of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands says they would be willing to sort of try it out. I mean, you know, again, not really attracted to you, but if you just went in there strong and you said hello and dropped some hints, I think that they might be willing to give it a shot, or at least try something out. Ace of Wands says they're sort of open and available for something else, but again, they are a bit distracted for that. The Seven of Pentacles says they're in a place where they're trying to figure out what to do almost, or who to be around, or what their priorities are at the moment. So a bit of back and forth with that. They aren't super laser focused on one particular person or one particular goal or anything like that. So again, they're open to others, but, you know, again, they could be busy at the end. You know, ultimately, this person would make an interesting friend or an interesting companion, but their ability to hop around a lot, their sort of back and forth they have with people may not be perfect for you in the long run. So you could have just challenges at the end of the day with all of that. Anyway. All right, my job would be paying me by the books. Okay, let's go over here and see about paying it by the books with the, what is this? Lightseer's Tarot. There we go. We need a job. We need, you know, they have money. The place that I got all of the things for, the place I got the fire and all that stuff, they have a one with money. So I could get one where money is falling all over the place. They got one with coins, and they got one with dollar bills. So I might pick that up. Okay. Under payroll or no? Blue. Under the payroll or not under the payroll? I'm not sure how we represent that with tarot, but we're going to give it a shot and see how that goes. Whoa, we got all sorts of stuff on the screen now. The screen is packed with stuff. Under the payroll or no? Two of Cups, the Four of Cups, High Priestess, and the Tower. They're definitely going to be paying you for under the payroll. I don't know what that means. I guess I'm payroll stupid. Are they going to pay you under the payroll or over the payroll? Pay me by the books. So by the books or not? The Two of Cups says it's going to be pretty standard for the industry. It's the Two of Cups is the joining, the matching of two different forces. So I think you're able to join and match correctly. You're able to join and match strongly. And I think that's going to work out. So it's going to be sort of, you know, a traditional way of getting that. The Four of Cups says you may not like that. That may not be the preferred way of getting paid. So the Four of Cups is where you're being offered something that you really don't want. And that could be their method of payroll is not your perfect one, is not your ideal one that you really sort of need. The High Priestess says they want to be on the up and up. They want to do things by the industry standard. So the High Priestess is all about secrets sometimes, but it's also about information. You know, it's got a bunch of different things. But the High Priestess being reversed says we want to be honest. We want to be straightforward. We want to be, on the table with the money exchange. So that's what you sort of need to figure out there. The Tower, again, says they don't want a lot of heat from this. They want to be industry standard. They don't want to be unusual or weird in any way. It's almost like they're being watched for this. So, like they're being monitored, and they sort of know it. So they want to do everything very plain, simple, and traditional. So that's sort of, I hope that answers your question about the payroll. It'll be a very standard payroll. It may not be the payroll that you want, but, there you go. Same phrase as under the table. I'm not sure. That could be in their industry. That could mean under the table, a cash option. Obviously, cash under the table is much better than, over the table payroll. But again, it seems like they're being watched. Somebody is looking at them and monitoring what they do. So blue, it is legal. They are all legal all day. Angelic Lillian, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. So yeah, they're going to do it legally, which is not advantageous for you. It would be much better if you get cash under the table. Would be fantastic, because all of those benefits, those benefits of that cash under the table are great, but it doesn't look good for that. So that may not be what you want. They want to stay legal. Yeah, Angelic Lillian. We love Angelic Lillian. Let's get some love out. Let's get some love out on the screen. Some love out on the screen with the beautiful hearts. That's what we think about Angelic Lillian right there. That is what we think. So let's do the Thoth. Let's do the Thoth and check that out, because everybody does love the Thoth. There you go. And the Q, we did 2 blue domes and an angelic, another angelic, a Maureen, a Dallas, and Annie B was yesterday. Deborah was yesterday too. That was, yesterday was pretty fun. All these new e-readers coming out. We got like 3 or 4 e-readers that are color, which I'm not really sure what the big advantage of that is, but I mean, okay. All right. Well, Bartman asked me today, by the way, is my book coming out in Nook? And it's coming out, Bartman, it's coming out in Mobi, EPUB, and PDF. So basically, you'll be able to download it and copy it directly to your Nook, or send it email directly to your Nook or your or whatever. So you'll be able to get it to your book there. All right, to your e-reader. Whatever e-reader you have, my ebook will work on it. By the way, I did 30 pages today. I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I just blew out text for like 3 hours before work. I mean, it was just intense. Anyway. So that was pretty fun. Let's do another card there. We got some time. There. So let's check it out. A general reading. It's good to stay stubborn. It's good to stay that Taurus feel. It's good to stay stubborn at this point. Don't give up. Don't get dismayed. Don't lose focus. That Taurus field where you're sort of driving it home. And that's sort of a seedling card as well, where we have sort of repopulating things, we're reseeding things. So sort of think, what can I sort of do right now, even in a small way, that would lead to just a really cool and fun tomorrow, right? A really cool and fun tomorrow. What would be interesting with that? So check that out. Another one sort of says the Tower. Definitely look at making sure things don't crumble around you. Keep the Tower up. Keep the maintenance on the Tower. Make sure that things are working out. Make sure that things are sturdily built. You have the rock solid foundation, but you're also taking care of everything. Taking care of your health. taking care of the business, taking care of any general things in life. You want to make sure everything is covered. You don't neglect something because you're super focused or laser focused on something else, and you end up letting everything burn. And everything burns and falls. Don't get into that. You got to be careful with that stuff, right? All right. And, overall, I think you're successful in what you do. I think you're going to be successful in the next few months. I think things are working out well for you. Do have that beautiful card where it talks about the success, the feeling of empowerment, the feelings of that your emotions are sort of in line and in cue with everything else that you're doing. So you get that double shot of empowerment ready. And it's sort of reflected, with the ace as well. I'm able to get things started. I'm able to get things going. This sort of reflects back here as well, too. What can you do a little bit? So maybe we haven't started some hobby, maybe we haven't started something going, and maybe we just want to sort of, we don't want to dedicate a huge amount of time, but do a little bit every day and get into something fun, new, and unusual. And I think overall you have a good financial situation coming. Wealth coming to where things are working out, things are flowing in, and I think things are going well for you. You have a lot of great cards here, obviously, except for the tower and the fiery tower. But at the end of the day, I think you're doing all right. You're not in a situation where you're having to rebuild the tower. I think the tower sort of in this case indicates make sure you take care of all the different aspects of your life and get those, to where you're comfortable with all of those as well. So anyway, never neglect anything. Make sure the health is there. Make sure you got your eating right. Make sure you got your focus. You're doing the meditations. You're doing your hobbies, your businesses, and all of that stuff. Get it balanced out and going. That picture of you and Tash, indeed. That is you and Tash, the one that you sent me. There you go. Heidi is out of here. Thank you for hanging out, Heidi. All right, let's check out. We got a, shall I invest more money? Okay. So we got an investment question. We want to make sure that we're careful here, though. That we're careful about investments. All right. As with any investment opportunities, this is a tarot reading and it is for entertainment purposes only. So this is not any advice on investing or not investing. It's merely some cards on a table. There we go. Let's see about the cards on the table. Not advice, just cards on a table, because you never know what you're going to get. It could look really bad. It could look really good. But use your common sense. Star, I think you're going to do it anyway. I think you're going to end up doing it anyway, whether you want to or not. It seems like that you got one foot in the door here. One foot in the door. You're looking at that investment opportunity. And you're thinking, angelic empowerment, angelic Lillian, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you again. Big heart, the big heart. That's my hearts for angelic Lillian. The star says you got one foot in the door already. You got one foot in the door already. I think you're interested in the Peter. The star says you're guided towards it. You see it as something guiding, and you see it as something that I want to do. Maybe that is a hot investment that Peter has. We don't know, but yeah, I think you got one foot in the door already. Nine of Swords says you need to research this more. So yeah, you need to make sure that get that research in. I think there's some other things happening here that you're not aware of. Nine of Swords talks about nightmares and scary things and wild things and unusual things that are sort of there. Yeah, that's a bit scary, but you're not seeing it because you're sort of blinded there with the Three of Cups. You think it's a good partner thing going on, and a lot of interesting things you see there. So you've been talked into it pretty well. I think they got you warmed up. You're warmed up. I won't do the fire again, I promise. But you're warmed up and you got one foot in the door. You need to research it a little better. This is a successful card. The Three of Cups is a celebration, a successful card. But also sort of points to the, the fact that we have other influences here other than just Peter. So the Ten of Cups at the end of the day says that you're not entirely happy with it. So, I mean, maybe it's buyer's remorse. Maybe you end up making a little money, but not as much as you thought. Maybe you end up losing a little bit. I don't know how it'll go, but the Ten of Cups is a negative emotion for the end state of the investment. So if you're looking for something where you're entirely happy and you're just, you're just overjoyed and you have the heart emoticon or whatever all over the place, this may not be it. This may not be it. You have buyer's remorse. Ultimately, you're not just super happy with it at the end of the day. Southern Soul Tarot and Jay, thank you for your donations. Let me know what your question is, Southern Soul. Southern Soul. Let's see. Where we at with that? Okay, cool. And while we wait for the question, General for Lisa's first time here. Our question of Lisa, let me know what your question is. I do very good with specific questions, so let me know what your question is, and we will check that out. So we're waiting on 2 questions at this point. I don't know. You want to see a card trick? Maybe, I guess. We could do a money trick. There's some new people in chat. We'll do the money trick. We got a money trick emoji. We'll try it out. While we wait for the questions, we'll do the money trick. If you have not seen it, that's $1, 2, 3, 4, $5. $5. And that's all you need in life is $5 because we want to expand it and make it more. And we can do that by just snapping our fingers. Snapping our fingers, we get $100. I know it seems weird. Yeah, 20 is real. 20. Everybody asks, is it real? 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. I mean, it is real. You can see it. I mean, that's real cash. That is real dollars. Dollars. That is legitimate. So there you go with the money trick. Jenna, throw your question out in chat. I posted my question for Lisa. My super chat wasn't working in 20 minutes. Oh, no problem. General's fine. We got Lisa with a general. A general. All right. Let's see what we do here. We got to get some good general going. Got some good feeling, some good general using. What do we want to use? Use some exciting and exhilarating, like the golden wheel. I mean, I'm just saying. How did you do that? Very carefully. Now, what was the, I watched too many magic videos. Adriana, there's one magic video I was watching. Somebody goes, how did you do that? And he goes, with skill and precision. I was like, that's kind of funny, but it sounds a bit conceited. Guys, like with skill and precision. But he had a British accent, though, so it made it all better. I don't think you can be conceited with a British accent. I think the British accent sort of just overrides any of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just pointing this out. Oh, we moved, we did the tower at the very end there. You see that trick? That was a magic trick right there. So, yeah, the Three of Swords says that, sometimes times are rough. Times are rough. The Three of Swords is a cutting card. It's like a pair of scissors. It's a cutting card. I talk about it in my book. It's a cuts. So I think something has been cut from your life. Something has been cut. Something has been, a bit of a snip that has occurred between something in the past and something in the future. It's almost like it's not really this major thing that happened, but it's something definitely stopped and something else began. It's not like the Death card. It's different than the Death card. Ocean, see you later. The Knight of Cups, though, says, I think the new environment that you're in is not, the new environment for this particular matter is not exactly the best and the most ideal situation that you could be in. The Nine of Cups reversed sort of says that there's some tweaks that need to be made. There's some changes that need to be made in order for that to be okay, or in order for that to move in the direction that you want it to move. It's almost like that you got a change, you got a new type of feeling in a particular area, and then it just sort of died off, or it sort of just fell to the ground. You're trying to pick it back up, and it's a bit heavier than you thought it was. The Ten of Swords says it may even expand, or it may even blossom into, you know, just completely cutting off something and removing something as well. So the Ten of Swords is a removal card. It is the complete stoppage of something. So we have this sort of a cutting action where things were sort of snipped a little bit. It didn't become the situation that we were sort of looking for, or we sort of trying to get to. And again, this could be something coming as well. The Ten of Swords says we just have to release it. We got to let go. So it sort of flopped to the ground. It was heavier than we expected. We're trying to lift it. We can't lift it. At some point, you may have to just let go of it. The Ten of Swords says you may have to just cut bait on a particular situation and get it done. I think that moves us into the Ten of Cups, or a better tomorrow, or a better future in regard to some particular situation, where we get the best ending if we release something in our life sometimes. Instead of hanging on to it, if it is weighty, if it is burdening, if it has a bit of that feel to where maybe I just want to release a little bit of this and, you know, not do these particular activities. Ten of Cups says maybe a better tomorrow is what is in store. But, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, the Tower says, yeah, it's a bunch of sort of rough cards. Tower says we're in for some changes. No matter what happens, we're in for some changes. I think the changes are going to be okay. They're going to be okay, but getting there is going to be a little bit of a challenge as far as that's concerned. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Lisa, is Laura Lee okay? Going to have some financial stability? Am I going to have some financial stability? I wonder if that's what the cutting thing was about. Let's see about that. We got the cats already. We haven't done this one. This was so fun. This is so fun. If you've never seen this, this is the Playful Heart Tarot. There you go. Playful Heart Tarot. Check that out. Get us some financial stability. I do need the money. I do need the money floating around. So I'm going to pick that up. It's money that floats around the screen. It's similar to the hearts, except it's dollar bills. So I'm going to get that. I think that would be cool because we got a bunch of money questions. I think that's going to be perfect. Lisa, financial stability. Here it comes. Here it comes. Philippe, should I get about tarot because my sweaty hands? No, sweaty hands are okay. As long as you got veiny hands that are sweaty, it works out okay. It's, sometimes sweaty is the best. Sometimes sweaty is superior to non-sweaty. If you're doing magic, that is indeed the case. If you're doing magic, that is indeed the case. So, for example, if you're doing magic, okay, if we're doing magic and we have a 6 and we want to change that into a 2, okay? You had a 6 and you changed it into a 2. I did that because my hands are a bit moist. I hate saying moist. I know that's a banned word on the channel, but you can't do that unless your hands are a bit moist. I'm just saying. So sweaty, moist hands are okay. They're okay. It's preferred. It's preferred. Okay. Speaking of preferred, we got some financial instability possibly. We want to know if it's going to get any better. Yeah, moist is kind of an iffy word on the channel. You know, I try to avoid 2 words on the channel: moist and penetration. So, you know, that's all you really need on the channel. Is if you avoid those 2 words, and you have the fire. The fire causes the sweaty hands. The fire is why your hands are sweaty. So the High Priestess says the financial stability is the Sun, the 7 of Swords. I mean, I think it's on the horizon. Now, how do we do financial stability? We got a couple of problems that won't go away, and there's some change that needs to occur to get there. So we can't just, yeah, Jonathan, you joined at the perfect time. We can't just stay on the current course and not do anything different and somehow magically achieve financial stability. That's sort of telling us that's not really going to happen. The Sun says it is possible to get more stability, but there's not some pentacle magic button where I can press it and then financial stability just magically occurs. So there you go. The Sun says it is possible. The 7 of Swords says it's going to be difficult to keep it because, again, we have to do some changes, and until those changes are permanent, then the 7 of Swords says we're going to return back to where we were, which was instability. So Death says that changes need to occur. We need to make some possibly even radical changes. Death says we need to move into a different place, have a different strategy for our finances in order to get that done. That is going to be possible, but again, there's some changes need to be made. The Sun says it is reachable. It is reachable. You just got to get there. The High Priestess is sort of where the all you need is the money trick. All you need is the money trick. So you turn 1s into 20s over and over, and that's all you need. The High Priestess says there's some research involved to get where you need to be. So if that is investing research, if that is alternate sources of income research, you basically need to hit the books, hit some videos, and figure out how you're going to go about this strategy-wise so that you can hit the Death card and move into the Sun and move into the better tomorrow. So yeah, you're going to have to hit some books. You're going to have to do some research. You're going to figure out exactly what the problem is to get that. And once you do, I think it is entirely possible indeed. All right. So for the next one, we could use the Slow Tarot. Is always fun. That is always fun. Of course, that is on the bottom of the thing here. So let's do the Slow Tarot and see how that goes. And we are asking now, is Laura Lee okay? Well, hopefully Laura Lee is going to be all right. Is LL all right or okay? Let's see about that. See if they're going to be all right and okay. Some new language known to us all. There you go. That magic money button. That would be cool. I'm admitting now. That would be cool. If you actually could do that, that would be all right. We don't do all reversals, so up we go. Okay, are they okay or not? Balance. King of Coins, 10 of Swords. Well, basically, no. They're not entertainment purposes only. But 10 of Swords says they're having a time. They're having a bit of a time. So, a couple of challenges. She passed away recently. Okay, well, that would explain the couple of challenges there. All right. She passed recently. Well, yeah. So this, if she just passed, I'm sorry to hear that, by the way. Hopefully it wasn't like this. So, you know, we're hoping the situation did not look like this. But yeah, we have a bit of a challenge, as I say, you know, for the first card there. So the challenges have occurred. Everything is sort of in balance at this point, though. So everything is in balance. So if they passed recently, they sort of moved on. They've come into balance where they have a, they're sort of in a nice place now, and they're doing better. They have this nice flow about the card. Balance says that we're sort of back in a comfortable place, a place that, we can rest with peace and all of that stuff. Two of Coins says that, we're going to miss kind of what we had and all of that other stuff. But the King of Coins at the end of the day says, it's sort of like getting retirement, getting retired. Time to rest. It's time to be, in a better situation for everyone. So the King of Coins is a great card if they have just passed. Sorry to hear that, by the way. And the King of Coins says, the King of Coins is sort of the retired banker where everything is all right. We're comfortable. We don't have a lot of things to do anymore. And, we can just relax. We can just relax and enjoy it. And you sort of see that in the card as well, where you just relax and enjoy everything and, just sort of be in a nice place. Be in a nice place, be comfortable, and sort of, move on. Move on to whatever's next. Whatever is next, no matter what that is. There we go. All right. Well, anyway, thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. It has been fun and exciting. And let's see, before we leave, did we get SST? Oh, SST got okay. So we got like a triple shot for Lisa. Anyway, Lisa, I hope you enjoyed the channel. Thank you for joining, and we will see you tomorrow. I'm here every night at 6:30, by the way, in case anybody wants to come back and see me again. I'm not sure why, but sure. We will have the hearts and the fire and all of that stuff, We'll have all of that stuff tomorrow as well. And I'm going to get the money one to where we're going to have some cash floating around on the screen. And that's going to be cool. That is going to be so cool. I'm just saying we're going to have like 20 or 30 of these things where we can just sort of play with it. Anyway, see you next time.